Hi, we're here to debug somebody's code. Got this little sample code here, and when we run it, I realized that it makes a tiny picture, but all right, let's see, wait for it to get started. Come on, Racket. So we can type OK, and it's supposed to stop when the mouse moves into the window. But what you see is it doesn't look good when it stops. So it comes over here, and then see how it jumps to the upper left. That's what the person doesn't like about this. So we have to debug it. First thing you see is there are no check expects. So let's get rid of this big nothingness, and let's make an example that has a couple of letters typed in it. There's no built-in typing here, so my example is just going to come from calling the key handler on nothingness, and then let's go A. So that's going to be example 1. And then we'll get another letter there. And this is going to build on example 1. I think this 3 will be good. So now I've got A, B, C. And I'm going to make sure that that works. And after we have the base version, then the plan is, oh, look, C looks just fine. All right. So let's run the draw handler on this. So 2, draw 3, and put in our little image. That looks fine. That's what I was looking at. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to add a check expect to the draw handler so I know that I'm committed to what it's supposed to look like. This doesn't look like a problem. And then, oh, well, honestly, what were we expecting to see? Well, the mouse handler is going to run. So the mouse handler does this beside. So my example 4 is just going to come from running the mouse handler, which is called death, on example 3. So death is the mouse handler. Example 3 is the old model. Say the mouse moves to 100, 200. And then I guess we're going to be expecting we want to see example 3 drawn. And we want to see example 4 drawn. Oh, example 4 isn't going to look really the way we want to do because we're not seeing the result of the draw handler. We're seeing the result of the final WDH2, the final draw handler. So WDH2 just does crop right. So what I'm hoping, here, let's see. So what I'm hoping is that when I do example 4 in WDH2, I get the same thing that I got from draw handler 3, I think. Something like this. So that's what I'm hoping I get. And I'm sure I'm not going to get that. So let's see what I do get. So this should be WDH2. All right. So once we get this thing going, we have a failed check expect. The actual value, tiny little picture, differs from big picture, the expected value. So it looks to me like WDH2 is not doing what it is supposed to do. In fact, WDH2 has made the picture like a little bit too small and hasn't put it on top of the background. So what are you going to do? Well, that seems a little bit tricky. To me, I think that the first thing that needs to happen is WDH2 after it chops off the big invisible rectangle that gets put on, it should call the original draw handler. So 2 draw 3 should be called on the cropped right version. And I think that by itself is going to make a pretty big improvement, probably big enough for me to ignore the difference. So you see that the bottom and right lines of the picture are missing, but that's really the only thing that's wrong. So this is just because of the way Racket draws little images. The right and bottom side of an outline aren't drawn inside the bounding box, they're drawn outside the bounding box. So we're going to look for the easiest fix possible for that. I'm not sure where we're going to find that. What's B? So B is an outline rectangle. So my fix here is going to be change B to be an empty scene, 10 by 20. And that will make, that will make the lines actually be inside of the bounding box. And I don't think you'll be able to see the difference anywhere else. So now we're trying this. B. Okay, so now there's like a slight doubling of lines in the middle. Okay, so that wasn't quite good enough, but this is all nitpicking at this point. The other possible solution is to add 1 pixel on the right and 1 pixel on the bottom before you do the cropping. Oh boy, now that seems like a lot of work to me. So I'm just going to leave this as done.